The Dude Meets Chico Van Stupid. Friendly Shoppers Mart, Act 1. The first scene takes place in a store called Friendly Shoppers Mart. Supermarkets these days, you can't even find the fruit you want anymore.
Excuse me, sir. Are you having problems, sir? Can I help you, sir?
Do you work here?
Yes, I do, sir. Very happy to help you, sir. If you let me, sir.
Yes, I need to know where the fruit section is, please.
Yes, sir. Right over here, sir. Would you like a banana, sir? Or maybe a newspaper, sir? For news you can use? Never mind, sir. I'll tell you some news. My sister's son Sam sued for a stain someone spilled on his suit on Sunday, sir. Well, what do you think of that, sir?
What? I'm not interested in your family's problems. Just show me where the apples are.
Sure, sir. You ever do any fishing, sir? One time I made a wish. Caught a fish, put it in a dish, and ate it. It was delicious.
Listen, son, I don't care what you do with your time or about your lackluster rap skill abilities.
Then I sat down to eat it, but my sis had a fit because I gave her the piece that I bit. And after we finished eating, I couldn't sit because then I had to go to the bathroom to take a...
Look, I don't give a screwy scut what happens in your life. I just want to find my apples. Do you always talk that way?
Of course, sir. I rhyme all the time, sir.
Stop! You're driving me crazy! Now I don't care about your personal life. I don't want a banana or a newspaper, and I don't want to hear any more of your verbal poetry. All I need to know is where those fiddle-feed apples are.
Oh, then why didn't you just say so, sir?
I've just been standing here telling you that for the last half hour.
Gosh, I'm sorry, sir. I thought you were lonely and needed someone to talk to, sir. Here, sir. The apples are right here, sir.
These are oranges, not apples.
No, they're not, sir. Look, I'll show you, sir.
You could have taken one from the top, you moron. Who hired you? And just who do you think you are?
Why, I'm... the dude.
No, you are definitely not. I've never been helped this bad in my life. Now take that orange out of your mouth, son. We're going to see your manager.
Okay, right this way, sir.
Oh, when I see him, I'm gonna... Ah! What is going on over here?
Oh, I'm just helping a customer up from his fall.
I fell on that stupid peel from the banana you were eating, you foolish dimwit. What? You screwed up again, dude? This is just about as bad as when you almost killed someone with a runaway shopping cart. Huh? You almost killed someone? Exactly what species of idiot are you anyway?
Well, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he's fired. Well, how high and mighty do you feel now, your majesty?
What? You can't fire me.
I know what you are. You're a walking time bomb. Now I want you out of here lickety-split before you cause any more damage. Here, sir, I'll help you up. Don't give that here, sir, I'll help you up. Nice guy crap to me. The service around here stinks, and I'm never coming back to Friendly Shoppers Mart again. And you can have your lousy apples, son. They're all rotten anyway. Idea for Revenge, Act 2. And stay out. You're more harm than good. In fact, you're no good at all.
But sir, you're making a horrible, hideous, horrendous, and horrifying blunder. I got you a record of shoppers this week.
Oh yeah, you have a record of getting them to leave and never come back again. You lost us over 25 customers that used to be regulars in the 2 weeks you've been here.
Well, they were, shoplifters.
Like the one today? Right, and you're a shop leveler. Get out of here, now!
You're making an enormous and ginormous mistake.
Yes, and I learned from the one I made before when I hired you. Now get! Later, walking alone on a bustling city street.
I can't believe that guy fired me. I'm the dude. The first and the only. No matter who that Lebowski guy thinks he is. I'm great and they treat me like garbage. I'm royalty and they treat me ridiculous. I'm a king and they treat me like crap. One day I'm gonna make them pay. And besides, it was only like 24 people. Hey, what's that noise coming up the street?
A shiny red Toyota slams on its brakes and rolls up to the sidewalk. Well, hey, dude. How's it shaking, man?
It wasn't until you got here. And how did you know my name anyway?
Yeah, like, I guess I do shake up the neighborhood a little when I come through. Hey, wanna get high? Here's a joint.
No, I have enough bones in my body, and thanks for the offer, but I usually save for plain fare.
Yeah, well, if you can't get with that, I got pot and grass too.
Thanks again, but I have my own cooking utensils. And if I want a lawn, I'll buy sod.
Hey, like, give me a break here, man. I'm running out. I only got weed left.
I appreciate your generosity, but I already got enough of those in my garden as it is.
Well, dude, like, that's all I have. Anyway, like, wanna hit the road with me? It'll be fun.
No thanks, I could hurt myself. Is that what you always do for fun?
Aw, man, like you sure are a weird one. You sure you don't wanna go?
Go? Go where?
To hell, dude.
Ooh, right into the trash can. That poor fella probably didn't get enough sleep last night. Oh no, all the garbage is flying at me. Ah, I can't see.
That's 'cause this paper is covering your eyes, dummy. Here.
Oh, that's much better, sir. Thank you, sir. Huh? Hey, what's this newspaper headline? Arcade absurdity. Let's see what it says. A brawl broke out early this morning that involved 3 Mexicans, Gonzo Gonzales, Jesus Rodrigues, and Garcia, all attempting to steal a Pac-Man video game machine out of a vintage arcade store and load it onto their station wagon. One man, Gonzo Gonzales, held off police with a bazooka while the other 2 men tried to load it on top of their vehicle. The weight proved too much for the 2 men alone, so eventually Gonzo assisted them in pushing Pac-Man onto the roof. It then immediately flattened the tires and the game apparatus slid over the side, promptly compressing Garcia into instantaneous extinction. Pac-Man was successfully recovered with only minor dents and scratches, and the 2 surviving Mexicanos were taken into custody. They are believed to be related to Chico Van Stupid, the most notorious criminal this town has ever known, who was sentenced to life in prison a number of years ago. Now both parties are currently incarcerated at the Menard Correctional Facility in Chester, Illinois. I can't believe it! This could actually be my big chance to get revenge on that dumb store for my premature departure. Spring Chico Van Stupid.
The Springing of Chico Van Stupid, Act 3. It is the following day at around 7:30 p.m. and the sun is now setting. The dude is currently traveling alongside a companion whom he has thumbed a ride with in the direction of Chester, Illinois. The driver is a male in their mid-60s who keeps asking why the dude continues to be combing his hair and checking himself out in the visor mirror while disturbingly smiling. He finally confidently replies that he wants to repeatedly enjoy his appearance after all the extensive reconstructive surgery he had done to look like his former self after being reincarnated into a piece of human waste. The motorist fights back his disgust and then asks why he wants to go to the Menard prison, to which the dude oddly responds,
Well, I'm really into the nightlife there.
The last comment makes the dude's chauffeur shake his head from side to side in frantic disbelief of the stark absurdity the entire conversation has been so far. Then the driver immediately brings his vehicle to an abrupt halt and shoves the dude out the door.
Good luck in the future. You're gonna need it, chump.
The driver shouts, and after that he speeds away. The dude looks bewildered by this new occurrence, but then notices that his objective destination is actually right down the road and within walking distance. However, the dude is still a bit upset that the rude driver couldn't have dropped him off at the front door. So he walks up to the gate of the maximum security prison facility, looking for a buzzer or doorbell of some sort. But before he ventures to find one, he once again becomes preoccupied with gazing at his reflection in his handheld pocket mirror and fixing his hair. His presentation must always look flawless for the public. Meanwhile, a guard outside notices the bizarre behavior and approaches the dude. Hey, what are you doing out here? It's after hours. Go home.
No can do, Charlie. I came a long way to visit.
But this facility is closed now, my friend. You'll have to reconvene tomorrow when we open.
The only thing that's closed will be your eyes when I knock you unconscious if I have to.
What? Okay, you want in, pal? You got it. Ooh. The now irritated guard forcibly grabs the dude's ear and shoves him through the gate as he shouts, Come on, buddy. You're going to have complete visiting access now. He then takes the dude to a cell and angrily throws him inside. Okay, smart guy, are you comfortable? We have all the amenities of home here. A dirty sink, a filthy toilet, and a bed with yellow sheets. The only thing we're out of in there is potpourri.
Hey, you can't do this to me. I'm the dude, and I got my rights. I get one call to a judge first and then a free slice of pizza if I can't afford one on my own. Don't I?
Well, I have no clue what school gave you your interpretation of jurisprudence, but those requests don't fly with me. I'm the toughest guard you'll find any place, and I make the rules here.
Okay, Mr. Nitwit, you foolish little twit. The rules, just like your silly points of view, are meant to be broken.
All right, you stupid blonde, blue turtleneck wearing. Take it easy, Blaze. Don't let this new guy get to you. What's he in for anyway? He's been convicted of first, second, and third degree murder, with an additional few degrees more. Whoa, that sounds pretty severe. Seems like you're gonna be here a while, pal. Better get used to your new luxurious residence.
Wait, he's lying through his stained yellow teeth. I'm innocent, I tell you. You gotta let me out.
Just relax and get comfortable with your new surroundings. Maybe even go to the bar. You got about 10 of them there to choose from. The unscrupulous guards mercilessly laugh and walk away as the dude's concerned expression suddenly morphs into a sly smile. His eyelids narrow and he silently nods his head, thinking to himself that he'll soon have the last laugh in the end. That was The Bomb, Act 4. The next day, as the dude is eating his uninspired and tasteless prison cuisine within the cafeteria, a food fight breaks out. This causes an inmate to roll across his table and a bland gob of mashed potatoes to hit him squarely in the face. The dude quickly scoops the spuds out of his eyes and sees the cause for the calamity right in front of him. It's two Mexicans that are feverishly hurling edibles around in a chaotic manner and encouraging the culprit in the middle, who's standing on a table. And that ringleader is a face he recognizes from the newspaper images he saw yesterday.
Chico?
What? Who said my name? Speak up, idiot, or you're the next one who's gonna get mashed by the potatoes, man.
I already did, as you can see by the sour cream across my nose. Now let me introduce myself. I'm the dude, and I came here for your help.
Chico attempts to listen but is distracted by another jailbird attacking him, to which he has to put a foot in his face, followed by copious amounts of mashed potatoes, rice, and beans. Okay, now what were you saying, man? You came here for me?
Yes, Chico, I can help you, and we can help each other.
The only thing you guys are gonna be helping yourselves to is a stay in solitary confinement. I guess you learned nothing from the last food fight you were busted for, Chico, so let's see how 2 months in the hole this time will educate you. And you'll have some company because your friends Gonzo and Jesus here will be in the cans right next to you, along with your new blonde buddy, who is guilty by association.
Now wait, I only said hi.
Keep quiet, hombre. These pigs won't listen to you. We just have to take it for now. That was fun though, wasn't it? Chico has a big grin on his face as he surveys all the mishap that he's caused. This kind of thing gives him enjoyment and motivation during his long prison sentence. The dude inches closer to his new crime partner before the guards move in.
Psst, Chico, don't worry. I have a plan to get us out that will work for sure.
Haha, good luck with that, man. This place is harder to get out of than my dirty underwear. Okay, enough talking. You're both going where the sun don't shine, along with your two Mexicano amigos. All right, gentlemen, and I do use that term loosely, move it! Soon the dude is introduced to his new solitary cell and takes a seat on his concrete bed. But he doesn't despair because he has the aspiration of escape in mind. Feeling the urge, he calmly sits on the toilet with a big smile on his face as he poops out a small gumball-sized object. After scooping it up, he washes it in the sink, revealing a mini bomb which he swallowed shortly before hitching his ride. This provided the perfect cover and avoided getting it confiscated by the body search done by the guard after he was incarcerated. Now all the planets are in alignment as things have transpired perfectly. Making it to the prison first and foremost, then the collective food fight that placed himself, Chico, and his two crime cohorts in close proximity in solitary confinement, and lastly his perfectly timed excrement to put the final phase of his plan into operation. He then presses a button on the high-powered explosive and flings it into the wall, to which it violently explodes upon impact. The whole section of the correctional facility has been blown away, and the brief solitary confinement of the four prisoners ends instantly.
Chico, we're free!
I know. How did you do it, man? That was loco.
Yeah, that was the bomb.
Dining at Alfredo's, Act 5. Chico, the dude, Gonzo, and Jesus quickly make their escape through a section of the prison fence that has been demolished as well. They run as fast as they can through the darkness and the precious moments they have before a massive search party will be dispatched. Stealthily, they make it to a main highway under the dude's direction, as he's familiar with it since it's the same one that brought him here. Chico tells them to flag down the first car they see so they can hijack it and make their getaway. He then motions to Gonzo to lie on the ground next to the highway like he's been mortally wounded, while the dude quickly launches into action by hailing a car to come to his supposed rescue. The vehicle he signals comes to a complete stop, and the lone driver gets out, eager to help. The dude then moves in with his hand under his striped shirt as though he's holding a gun, but his fingers accidentally poke through a hole in his shirt caused by the earlier explosion, revealing his scam.
All right, put him up.
Hey, wait a second. I see your fingers. You're a fake, and I'm an undercover cop. The motorist quickly flashes his badge, to which Gonzo takes the opportunity to seize control of the situation.
Well, there's really only one way to handle this now, gringo.
Gonzo yells. Then he unexpectedly grabs the dude's feet and swings his whole body into the officer, knocking him unconscious to the ground, as well as the dude.
Should we just leave him here, boss?
No, Gonzo. Bring the blonde one with us. Having a gringo along might actually make us look less suspicious, man. Chico grabs the wheel while Gonzo throws the dude in the back seat with Jesus Rodrigues. Then he enters the passenger side to ride shotgun with Chico. But as Van Stupid starts the ignition, it jars the dude from his unconsciousness. Okay, now we got to get out of there fast. Those pigs will be on our tail rapido, man.
Yes, yes. Quickly, quickly. Andale, andale. Arriba, arriba. Chico, shouldn't you change the gear shifter?
Why? I know how to drive. R is for road, you idiot. I'm sure glad I'm not a dumb blonde like you, Gabacho.
No!
Chico slams on the gas pedal and the car flies backward into the trench off the highway shoulder with a massive thud.
Well, now we are in D for ditch.
Ay, ay, ay. This is what we get for you distracting me, man.
Well, just keep it in D and smash that gas pedal so we can get out of here quick, Chico. The law is gonna catch up with us real soon now.
Chico shrugs because he knows the dude is right. Everyone hangs on for their lives as Van Stupid floors it once again, except this time in the right direction. For a while, they just sit in silence watching the miles disappear behind them in the rearview mirror. Eventually, the dude tries his best to inject a topic of conversation for his unlikely allies.
You do realize that Trump wants to deport all the illegals back to Mexico and close the borders, don't you, Chico?
Holy enchilada matadas. Is this true, man?
I wouldn't lie.
I've been in prison too long, Tonto. I don't even know what's going on anymore. But if that's what this loco gringo president wants to do, then he must be stopped. And I know just the way I can make America great again myself, man. We are going to Washington, D.C. Chico hands the dude the undercover officer's cell phone that was left on the front seat so he can program its GPS, since Chico has no idea how to do it. This unique collection of convicts then makes the long, arduous trip from Chester, Illinois to Washington, D.C. This takes roughly 13 hours and 23 minutes worth of excruciating conditions for the dude, including listening to all of Gonzales' botched crime stories and his bad luck with the chicas, Jesus Rodrigues' love for chihuahuas and his overall stupidity, and worst of all, the smell of Chico Van Stupid. And the food litter strewn throughout the vehicle from all three was no picnic either. Plus, they didn't even offer the dude anything to eat because Chico stated that Mexicanos should not have to pay a white boy's way, although all the food was stolen. Finally, at long last, they make it to the outskirts of Washington, D.C. and are on the lookout for sustenance because Chico was hungry once again.
Well, where are we gonna stop this time, boss?
Yes, yes, Chico. Where we stopping, man? Where we stopping, man?
Jesus Rodrigues! Shut up, you idiot! It's hard enough to think on an empty stomach without your annoying voice.
If your brain was as big as your stomach and mustache, we would have found a place by now. See, his mustache is like a long-haired chihuahua.
Shut up, idiots, or you will both be getting a first-class seat with a view tied to the bumper of the car. And if I was really that dumb, do you think I would have been named Chico Van Stupid? I'm very proud of my namesake. It says all you need to know.
Well, you sure live up to it.
And why do you call yourself the dude? What does that mean in gringo anyway?
Well, my real name is Jim, but everybody calls me the dude because I'm so cool.
So is a piece of ice, but it's a lot smarter, man.
Hey guys, Look at that place there called Alfredo's.
Yes, that looks like it has great food.
Hey, how can you tell? How can you tell?
I can't, but I'm hungry, and that tells me enough. Maybe they have some tasty burritos there, man. The delinquents depart the stolen vehicle in the parking lot and make their way inside, preparing to unleash a devouring so intense that it will surely shake the very foundation of the city itself. Crime doesn't pay, and neither does Chico. Act 6. The foursome of the Gonzo gangster, the robber Rodrigues, the burly bandit crime lord Chico, and the wrongdoer Dude all make their entrance to the restaurant and are promptly greeted by a waiter named Jim Bob. Good day, my fine gentlemen. I am Jim Bob Barbarooney from the great southern Yellowhammer state of Alabama, and welcome to Alfredo's. Any preference on where to sit today?
In a chair, man. What's all this wasting time? We're hungry.
All right. I see I'm dealing with some very serious connoisseurs of consummation here.
That's right, man. Whatever that means.
Okay, well, I have one of the best tables for you right here. Make yourselves comfortable, gentlemen. Is this a good spot?
This will do.
See, this will do.
Okay, I'm glad you all are happy. Now for the lunch specials. Today we have a delicious offering of sausage, steak, sushi, and sandwiches.
Hey, forget about all that, Jim Bob Cabron. We came here for the burritos, man. Now where is the good stuff on this menu?
Oh, well, right here is our Mexican section. Can I interest you in something?
Oh, maybe these enchiladas. I guess I am really going to stretch my boundaries today, man. Give me the grande, all-you-can-eat dish.
Ah, yes, a fine choice, sir.
Jesus, what are you having?
Maybe some of yours, boss. There will be plenty of leftovers.
Don't count on it, man.
Hey, Jim Bob, can I see you for a second?
Sure, bud. What do you need?
I need to speak to your manager in private.
Okay, I'll get him. And he'll meet you back by the restrooms. The dude makes his way to the back of the restaurant and waits for Jim Bob to finish with the orders. Then soon he summons Alfredo, the manager, and he joins the dude.
Hello, my good man. Is there anything wrong? Were the appetizers too greasy? And if that's the case, we're in the right place.
Alfredo gestures to the restrooms.
No, they were great. It's Chico that's the problem.
The dude points him out.
Who? That mustache Mexican?
Yep, that's the one. You know all those guys just escaped from prison?
You don't say. So, how did you end up with them then?
Well, they kinda took me hostage.
Wow, this is more serious than I thought.
Well, you got that right, and we need to do something about this quick. We need to call...
Hey, my guy, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters? Ha 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 ha.
Excuse me, but this is a private conversation we're having.
Don't worry about that. You can trust me.
Well, who are you?
My name is Zimbabwe.
Oh, you from around here?
No.
So where are you from?
Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay. So, you like to come to my restaurant to eat?
Not really.
Wow. So, where would you rather go then?
Zimbabwe.
Look, there isn't time for all this. We have a major threat here in terms of malicious Mexicans.
Jim Bob comes over to see how things are going.
Well, hey, my friend.
Well, howdy, partner. How are you? And what's your name?
Zimbabwe.
Well, I'm Jim Bob. Hey, nice to meet you. And what's them things around your neck there?
What, these? These are just my red beads. I wear them for good luck.
And is that the best way for getting luck?
Of course. It's the Zimbabwe.
Look, Alfredo, we can't wait no more.
We gotta get law enforcement in here zippity-doo-dah to bring Chico to justice.
Okay. Well, they're all about done. Let me just collect the bill, and then you could have your way with them.
What? There isn't time for that.
Alfredo calmly walks over to Chico's table to collect the currency.
Hello, gentlemen. My name is Alfredo, and I am the owner of this establishment. I hope you enjoyed your meal and everything was to your liking. Today's total will be $175, plus a gratuity.
175 pesos is not to my liking, Alfredo pendejo. And my stomach melted more than the cheese on the enchilada, man. I think we would just say adios.
You see, Alfredo? Crime doesn't pay, and neither does Chico.
You got that right, man.
He looks at Alfredo.
Now get out of my way.
AI steroid pills to the rescue. Act 7.
Wait a minute, sir. You can't just leave without paying. This isn't your neighborhood soup kitchen, you know.
I don't care about all that, man. I have important business to take care of, and I've spent enough time in your ridiculous restaurant.
Well, I'm not going to budge until you pay, my friend.
Well, in that case, Jesus Rodrigues, hand me those steroid pills you found, man. We are going to see what they do.
Chico is referring to an earlier incident along their journey to Washington. On the way, he got diarrhea from some bad burritos and needed something to fix it fast. So they stopped at the closest place they could that looked like it might have something that could help. Unbeknownst to them, it was actually a medical center doing research using new AI technology. Chico sent Gonzo and Jesus in to do his bidding, and they went inside looking for either Imodium or Pepto-Bismol. But there was nothing like that to be found. Jesus did, however, grab a bottle he saw that said diarrhea-cillin on the shelf that sounded like it might do the trick, because he didn't want to return empty-handed. However, that was the generic name he read, and not what the medication was actually used for, which was rapid steroidal musculature. And due to the realization of that fact, while reading the bottle upon their return, Chico had no choice but to suffer, as well as everyone else. So now we are reinstated once again in the present time as Chico removes the cap of the bottle while everyone around the table views him with hesitant looks and open mouths. He boldly puts the bottle to his lips and downs about half the pills contained within it in an attempt to go above and beyond the capabilities that a doctor would recommend to the average consumer. After the pills are swallowed, aided by the Corona beer he ordered, Chico sat back in his chair not knowing what to expect next, having disregarded the instructions.
Maybe I just need to work out first.
And with that, he stood up, which is all it took to trigger his body's instant response to the meds. His muscles began to bulge and his shirt started to rip open, not being able to contain his rapidly expanding frame. In the end, all that wasn't affected was his hat that still clung tightly to his head. His entire body had been transformed into a huge brawny powerhouse. Well, everything except his stomach, that is, which was still fat and pudgy.
Haha, I can't believe it, man. It worked.
Chico brought his powerful fist down upon the table, splitting it in half, and then growled like the Incredible Hulk. Everyone was terrified, and Chico was basking in the realization of his newfound strength.
This has worked better than I ever dreamed. So now I will tell you about my Master MAGA plan to do what must be done so that things can stay bueno here in this crazy country. I am going to visit this local gringo President Trump and make him open the borders again. And the so-called White House is only about 3 blocks from here, according to the GPS. Are you guys coming, Gonzo and Jesus? We must finally legalize the illegals.
The two men look indecisively at each other, having never seen Chico being this intense before with the strength to match, and began to recoil in fear and disillusionment.
Okay, then it's settled. I'll do it myself, man.
And with a huge smile, Chico raises his massive forearms and vigorously smashes through the wall of the restaurant to the helpless world beyond. As everyone gazes in horror, Chico flexed his muscles and let out a deep roar to scare an old lady and a few children in his way. Then he laughed and began to stomp forward, picking up speed with each step as his feet crushed the sidewalk below, making his way toward his ultimate destination.
This is no bueno. This is no bueno.
Nope, no bueno at all.
A Mexican in the White House, Act 8. Alfredo and the dude look at each other frantically.
We have to go after him. We can't let Chico get away with this.
But he's too dangerous now. What can we do?
We need a plan, man. A good plan.
Well, I've got a good plan, man. I'm giving up my long life of crime today and going to work in that pet store across the street with those cute chihuahuas I saw earlier. I'm finally going to change my ways and turn it all around. Good luck to all of you with that crazy Chico Chicano.
See, I'm coming too. And maybe I can finally make enough money legally now to buy my own bazooka this time.
And with those words, both men depart over the collapsed wall and rubble from Chico's onslaught and cross the street to their new lives, while the others in Alfredo's restaurant gaze silently with bated breath. Meanwhile, nearly 3 blocks away, Chico's heavy footsteps slow as the White House comes into view. He smiles deviously and approaches the guard booth and gate on the west wing side.
Identify yourself, sir, and please present your photo ID.
Chico smirks and pays him no mind as he grabs the bars of the gate and begins to forcibly bend them.
Stop! I need an ID!
Here, you can have this instead, man.
Chico tosses the dislodged gate at the guard and he narrowly avoids it as it smashes to the ground in a loud crash. Then he dashes back to the guard shack's phone to warn of the impending emergency, making his way toward the Oval Office. Chico ascends the stairs, punches out one of the White House columns, making the balcony above collapse, and then enters through the doorway. Once inside, he immediately comes into contact with the ditzy female front desk receptionist.
Hello, sir. Can I maybe help you?
I need to see President Trunk, man.
You mean ma'am, and that's, President Trump.
Whatever. Just get him or I will smash you all to tostadas in here. I am going to drain the swamp.
And, just who should I say is, here to see him?
Tell him it's the master crime criminal, Chico Van Stupid.
Okay, sir, hold on, let me just, contact him.
Okay, and hurry up, man.
Ma'am.
After a few anxious moments go by,
Okay, well, the president, can't see any more master crime criminals today, sir. You'll just have to reschedule.
No, he is going to see me now, or else.
Alfredo and the Dude's Plan, Act 9. The Dude and Alfredo are running down the street toward the White House in the ruinous aftermath of Chico's footprints in the cracked pavement.
Do you really think this plan is going to work, dude?
It's perfect, Alfredo, and I thought of it, so it can't possibly fail.
Both the restaurant owner and the overconfident blonde idealist sprint up to the guard booth and marvel at the sight of Chico's wanton destruction. They see the guard frightened out of his mind and introduce themselves.
Hey, buddy, I'm the Dude, and this is my new friend Alfredo. Did you happen to see a big muscular Mexican come by here a few minutes ago?
Yeah, who do you think did all this? Where is he, man? We've got to find him.
He went up that way toward the entrance of the Oval Office, but I can't let you in. I'm not going to let forced entry happen twice.
But you have to let us in. We have the ultimate plan that just can't fail. It's foolproof. Now, give me the secret savior, Alfredo.
Here you go, dude.
This is one of Alfredo's tastiest burritos that Chico can't possibly resist. He's addicted to them, but this one is laced with LSD. After he eats it, he is not going to know what hit him. When he starts to see millions of colors flying at him and his feet melting into the floor, he's gonna go from psychotic to psychedelic.
Yes, he is most likely going to trip while he's tripping, and then we'll have him. No. It sounds like a great plan, but I just can't let you guys pass.
But.
No, can't do it. No buts involved, because the orange guy is gonna have my butt for this already.
Chico goes loco, Act 10. Back inside the White House, the enraged Chico Van Stupid rips the doors off the Oval Office room and they crash to the floor as he menacingly makes his entrance in a forceful manner.
Hola, ¿qué pasa, man?
What is going on here?
What's going on is you are first going to shut your mouth, and then you are going to open the borders. I am Chico, and I am calling the shots now. And who are those big red idiots out there that were rolling around on the floor, which I almost tripped over on the way in?
Oh, those are the beads. They are my National Security Council and economic advisors, doing their absolute best to make America great again.
The only thing that's going to make America great is you opening up the borders again, man.
You know I can't do that, Chico.
You will do it, man, or I will crush you like a bug in the rug. Compared to me, you look like a baby.
Oh, kofifi, Chico. Oops, Tweedle schnockers. At times like this, I just can't talk sensibly.
I've had enough of you wasting my time. Now, my friend, you are fired.
As Chico sinisterly moves in for the kill, his enormous biceps, triceps, and pectorals suddenly begin to shrink. His sinewy definition fades, and he begins to deflate like a balloon. His overall body weight suddenly drops to about 90 pounds as all the muscle and fat instantaneously dissolves from his body. Chico then collapses into a heap on the floor. His trousers are now huge in comparison to his tiny body, and he has inadvertently slid out of them. The overdose of pills he took produced instant results, but caused his body to go into meltdown mode eventually, due to their abundance. If he would have took the medication moderately over time, the results might have been permanent.
Mr. Chico, are you all right? Now that was amazing.
Where am I? Who am I? And who is this Chiquita?
Get me some help in here, pronto. And get this man some new pants.
Epilogue. Chico appears disoriented after his unanticipated transformation that seems to have both drained him of his memory and also his ability to determine someone's gender. He seems to have developed amnesia and is briskly brought to the top medical team of reputable doctors for a thorough examination. and afterward it is determined that Van Stupid was using deceptive tactics once again, this time to take advantage of his unique situation. He is promptly returned to prison to serve out the rest of his life sentence, plus an additional 50 years. Meanwhile, Gonzo Gonzales and Jesus Rodrigues were both apprehended at the Animales Lindos, cute animals, pet store, with both of them now having to serve over 20 years apiece for all the charges, including bazooka theft, attempted vintage arcade game robbery, disorderly prison conduct, stealing an AI experimental product from a medical research facility, and restaurant robbery. But all this is just another day at the office for them. President Trump immediately replaced his incompetent Oval Office receptionist, who was actually former President Joe Biden's daughter. The president was then quoted as saying wackadoodle in a speech he gave regarding the White House incident, which he has not elaborated on as of yet. And as for the dude and Alfredo, you ask? Well, during the course of crazy events, the two became friends and Alfredo gave him a job as a waiter in his restaurant, but then had to fire him a week later for taking too much free food. And so it goes. The end. S.J.D. 2026. Thank you very much for listening.